Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way.
Hi my loves, how are you doing? It's Auntie Nduta or Auntie Omaju, and I'm over here making another batch of breakfast meals. Best believe these guys are loving them, and this is like an interlude because I have a lineup of videos, yeah, but I just wanted to pop in here and say thank you for the 30 subscribers. You guys are believing and following, and it's just so amazing. It feels really good to see you guys following and interacting. I know we'll do even more, yeah. So I'm here to make some breakfast meals, and mostly they'll be low carb, but you see, when I make things like frittatas, we all eat, yeah. Today I'll be making some, it's a concoction of almond flour, almond milk, sausage and eggs. Amazing. So I'm going to make that like a breakfast muffin, and I'll use this wonderful containers. I got this from Home Goods, and so I'll make 8 pieces of that. So a lot of egg dishes, and I'll also make an almond bread. I made this the other day, so it's in the lineup of videos that are coming up, and we already ate it up. In fact, we haven't been having regular bread, and the guys were just fine eating low carb meals. It's just the baby was like, okay, so I think I'm going into ketosis or something. That was hilarious, but also it just made me realize that they might be missing their own bread. So I bought some bread, yeah, but I'll also be making some bread this week. Totally homesteading, and but the low carb life is really low carbing. It's really nice. I feel like I don't think I've lost any weight, but I feel good, guys, yeah. And there's really not much experiment. I'm telling you, low carb high fat diet is as easy as just popping your meat in the air fryer or in your oven, putting some vegetables also in the, you can do tray bakes, and you're going to do tray bakes one of these days. You can do a tray bake and you have a meal, yeah. Okay, so having said that, we still have to make our breakfast meals. So I've cut half of my steak tomato, and I want to just I'll show you what I'm doing. So we'll cut this tomato. I just want to remove the outer skin. I don't want much of the inner flesh. And then we'll move over to the stove and do our spinach. And guys, doing this to show you just how easy it can be. The other day, I had 2 young people come visit me, and we did this while they were just standing next to the stove. So we just wilted some spinach with the onion and some salt, added some cherry tomatoes, beat some 4 eggs and some cream, just to make 2 ramekin dishes of frittata, and they loved it. They were so amazed, and it was so easy. They said they would repeat that. So in the same spirit, I'm just showing you how easy it is. And I just remembered the dish I'm using, the pie dish I'm using today, takes only about 3 eggs and half a cup of cream. So I had started with 1 cup and reduced. So 3 eggs, half a cup of cream, because this is a tinier dish than the one I usually use. And I'm just spreading that custard all around, so it kind of gets inside and under the spinach. And then I'm not going to use mozzarella today even. I'll just use the marble cheese, and I'll keep that aside to get ready to get into the oven for about 10 minutes. That's it, and you have your breakfast. So on to the next one. Oh, and guys are coming in from school and work. I was hoping they'd find the meals in the oven so that we can get into dinner activities. but that's okay. Just a little behind. By the time they get showered and stuff, I'll have cooked a bit. Yeah. So I'm doing 3 times the mixture I do for waffles, for almond waffles, and that way I'll get my almond bread. I'm not doing it any different. Yeah. So I'll put up the recipe here just in case you're interested. It's very easy. It's kind of dense in a muffin way, and it's amazing when you add some homemade jam. So 3 cups of almond flour, 3/3 of the almond milk, so a third times 3, and that would make it 6 eggs that we'll be using, and 6 tablespoons of butter. And you want to grease your tin, just mix all this together, and you have to add about a tablespoon of baking powder just to help with the rising. And you're going to mix this very well and add into your baking tin. We'll use the glass bread tin. I love them because you're able to see the color changing through the glass, and it just works very well. Okay, so this is what I'm mixing. I'm almost done. Perhaps when the whisk is not working too well, you can use a spatula. This is not the kind of mixture you want to beat or whisk because it's easy and the almond flour is quite porous, so it mixes very well with any liquid that you add.
I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain, it's never ending, it's only something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this pain, am I completely betrayed?
Perfect, and we'll bake that bread for about 30 to 45 minutes. Do check because ovens vary. And now I'm going to mix just a bit of that almond flour, about a cup of almond milk, and 6 eggs. And this I will mix with some sausage I'm going to fry on the stove, and I'll just do that sausage and with some salt, just some seasoning, yeah, and you can add seasoning of your liking. This sausage is already flavored, but not enough seasoning, I find, so cook it to your liking if you do use this sausage. I was letting mine boil because it was semi-frozen, so I'm going to separate it with my potato masher and just add whatever I feel should go into this, yeah. Then I will add a red and green bell pepper. This just adds to the flavor. So what we are going for is like a savory muffin, and it's perfect with your coffee, I promise. So in case you want to try this, the last time I did this, I added broccoli, and I've been loving just how you can add anything and it comes out so amazing. To serve, you can serve with some homemade jam or some sour cream and salsa, or just something either sweet or savory, whatever you like to pair. So I'm adding my almond mixture into the tins, and then I add just about a tablespoon of the sausage in, and I'll push it in so that it sinks into that almond mix, and we'll bake that for about 15 minutes. All right, and we are on to our frittata. So we'll be mixing a cup of cream and 6 eggs. So this is the correct way of beating eggs, guys, one by one in the bowl, and if it's good, you add it into your mixture, not the usual way I do. It's good to just know. So I'm going to add these sausages into my ramekins, and I added some chopped tomatoes, just the outer part of the tomato. Otherwise, you can use cherry tomatoes. And if you're using cherry tomatoes, don't cut, just add them whole. And you want them to just soften as they cook. And of course, some cheese goes very well. I had forgotten to add cheese into my sausage almond muffins, but I did eventually. So everything is done. Yeah, I bake one thing after another, and I use both the air fryer and the oven, and this is how they look. See how easy it is to pop the muffins out of this silicone molds, and I didn't even have to grease it. Yeah, just the butter in that keeps it greasy. All right, so and this is how it looks. You can see the cheese pool. Amazing. So friend, I'll see you on the next one. Continue to like and subscribe.